Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. The first product we are going to prepare is a DIY tinted lip balm. For this, we only need 5 ingredients. We also need a heat resistant container, and I will be using a glass beaker. I put my shea butter into the beaker. Add in the sweet almond oil, and I also add in the beeswax. I place the beaker in a double boiler and heat on medium heat until the ingredients melt. When all the ingredients are melted, I take the pot off the stove but leave the beaker in the water bath as we want the mixture to stay melted. The next step is to add in the vitamin E and mix until it blends with the rest of the ingredients. As I wish to prepare 2 different colors of this tinted lip balm, I divide the melted mixture into 2 equal portions. In the first portion, I cut off a piece of my lipstick and add it to the still melted mixture, mixing until it is well blended. In the next portion, I add a bit of mica powder and mix until it blends well. The amount of mica powder or lipstick you add to the mixture will depend on how intense you want the color of your tinted lip balm to be. When the colors are well blended in the mixture, pour them while they are still melted into your lip balm containers and wait for them to cool and set. And here we have the DIY tinted lip balm. The next DIY recipe is to make this melt and pour lime zest soap. Before we start, we need to prepare the lime zest extract. To prepare about 20 grams of lime zest extract, I will be using 3 organic limes. After washing them, gently peel off the thin green skin from the lime, trying as much as possible to avoid removing the white part as well. From 3 limes, I have 28 grams of lime zest. I put the zest in a blender. Add 30 grams of vegetable glycerin to it and 5 grams of distilled water. Then I blend until the lime zest is crushed into small pieces. This is how the zest looks like after blending it. The next step is to filter it through a strainer. Then through a cheesecloth, as we want to avoid having any particles of lime zest in the soap. From the above measurement, I extracted 22 grams of lime zest extract. We keep it aside for the moment and move on to the next phase. The next step is to prepare our soap base. I use this transparent glycerin and aloe vera melt and pour soap base. Many of you have asked me what brand of transparent melt and pour soap I am using. This is the brand, and this is the address of their homepage. I use 200 grams of this soap base. I cut it into small pieces. Then put the pieces in a heat-resistant container and melt it using the double boil method. When the soap has melted, I take the pot off the stove, but leave the cup with the soap in the hot water as we want the soap to remain melted for the moment. The next step is to add the lime extract to the melted soap. I add 14 grams of lime extract to 200 grams of melted soap and mix well. After mixing in the lime extract, I pour into a soap mold. If these tiny air bubbles bother you, gently remove them before the soap starts to harden. Then leave it to cool and harden for about 2 hours. When the soap has hardened, remove it from the soap mold and set aside for 1 day. After 1 day, you can start using your lime zest soap. The pH value of this soap is 7. The next product we are creating is this beautiful stress relieving and moisturizing body massage oil. I am preparing a batch of 50 grams. I use 5 different oils that are compatible with each other and have amazing benefits to the skin for the preparation of this body massage oil. I will be mixing the oils in a beaker. I place the beaker on a scale, set the scale to 0, then pour 10 grams of sweet almond oil into the beaker. I also add in 10 grams of jojoba oil, 12 grams of grapeseed oil, 9 grams of sunflower seed oil, 7 grams of squalane, 1.5 grams of vitamin E, which will act as the antioxidant and prevent the oils from going rancid too soon. The last ingredient I add is 0.50 grams of my perfume oil. Then I mix until all the ingredients are well blended. If you decide to add in essential oil, please make sure you do your research to be sure that the essential oil you want to use can be added in leave-on products and at the recommended percentage. When the ingredients are well blended, I pour the body massage oil into a clean sterilized glass bottle, seal it airtight, and store at room temperature away from direct sunlight. And here we have the body massage oil. Our next DIY project is to make these colorful scented candles that can be used all year round. All we need are ordinary white candles like this one, color wax dies in the colors of your choice, or water-resistant wax pastels. For the fragrance, we also need perfume oil. Take a clean pot, make sure the pot is dry. Put the number of candles you wish to use in the pot. Place the pot on the stove, turn the stove to medium heat and wait for the candles to melt. While the candles are melting, prepare the colors you wish to use, the heat-proof containers you wish to pour the melted candle wax into, and some candle wicks. You can also use the wicks from the melted candles. I place a paper serviette on the table in case the melted wax spills out. Then place my heat-resistant candle glass on the paper serviette and pour the melted wax into the glass. While the wax is still hot, I add in the color wax dyes and mix until they dissolve and blend well with the wax. As you may have noticed, I put 3 pieces of the color wax dyes in one glass and only 1 piece in another. The amount of color wax dyes you add to the melted wax depends on how strong you want the colors of your candles to be. The next step is to add in the fragrance and mix well. On my left, I add in lavender perfume oil, and on my right, I add in lemon perfume oil. After mixing in the fragrance, allow the wax to cool a little before inserting the wick. If you place the wick in the wax while it is still hot, it will not stand still. After waiting for about 2 minutes, I gently place the wick in the middle of the glass and wait for the wax to completely harden. There are many methods of inserting the wick, but this is a method I prefer. In these other glasses, I add small pieces of these water-resistant pastels to the hot wax and mix until they dissolve. While mixing, I realized that they took longer to melt than the colored wax dyes. If you want the pastels to melt quickly, you need to add them to the pot of wax while the pot is still on the stove. When the pastels are melted, add in your fragrance, mix well, then wait for a minute or 2 for the wax to cool down a little before inserting the wicks. After inserting the wicks, wait for the candles to cool down and harden. Then cut off the extra wick from the candles. And here we have these beautiful DIY colored candles. We have come to the end of the video. Guys, thank you for watching. Please Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would appreciate if you give the video a like, leave a comment, and share it. Thank you again for your continued love and support. I wish you a blessed and fruitful day and hope to see you in my next tutorial. Bye bye and God bless you.